Hello, my name is Ekaterina Grigorovich. Today I'm going to show you the second lesson of Module 2, Capstone 2 for TESOL course by ASU University. I'm going to show you a part of the lesson in which we are going to do guided activities after listening tasks and independent speaking activities, which are also the part of the assessment in this lesson. So guys, we have discussed the third conditional now. You can use it, I see. And what do you think could be our next task for today? Oh yes, logically, we are going to think of another way of events which could lead to the same result. Before that, let's recall one more time what actually happened in that car accident scene. What was the first thing that happened? Yes, there was something with the shoelace. What happened to it? Was broken. Okay, the second thing that happened, I don't think that was the second one. Yes, now I agree. Something happened to the delivery truck. What exactly happened to it? Yes, good. The third thing. Some package. What happened next? Yes. Not next, but yeah, it was the next point, you're right. Okay, the girl broke up with her boyfriend. Yes, the man with his alarm. What was about the taxi driver? Yes, good. We have already worked with this sequence of events. You have already used the third conditional. Now you need to think of a different sequence of events in pairs and create another logic of events which led to the same result, the car accident. So I'm going to put you into pairs. Lisa and Ivan, Lucy and Maria, Sasha and Petya, you are together. In your pairs, you need to think of at least 5 events which happened and led to the car accident. It could be not only just a shoelace which broke, or the girl's breaking up with her boyfriend. It could be anything else. It could be even some, I don't know, absurd fact. It could be really funny, so you can be very creative in your choices. What's the point of this task? You now only write some phrases or even draw pictures, 2 copies of the paper. You do that to be able then to talk with a new speaking partner and retell your version of the story to a new speaking partner using the third conditional sentences. Like in the previous task, you'll need to say, if something hadn't happened, something else wouldn't have happened, right? So this is our continuing using the third conditional sentences in a creative way. So find your partners now. Okay, good. And I give you 5 minutes to think of a different sequence of events. You don't need to write the whole sentences. You don't need to write the right forms for the grammar constructions. You only need to give some help to yourself in order to be able to speak later. But don't give yourself cues, okay? Only some pictures or some phrases. Okay, I'm here. I'm going to help you if you need any help with ideas or with the forms or with something. So let me know. Let's get started. Okay, wonderful. I see that everyone is ready. And now I'm going to mix you up. So you're going to pair up with a new partner and tell your version of the story using the third conditional sentences. For each sentence, you cannot use just a part of a sentence or just one expression. No, you need to make yourself use the whole sentence, right? So that I can hear that you understand how to use the construction. I'm going to monitor your work. I'm going to help you if you need some help with the forms. So don't worry, it's just practice. Let me put you into new pairs. Lucy and Petya, Sasha and Ivan. And you guys together. Oh, good. Now everyone has a partner. Find your partner. And do the speaking task. Hadn't Yes, yes, the third form. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. Perfect work, guys. Nice, thank you. Now we're going to have our final speaking task for today. It's going to be a discussion. We're going to discuss some questions about fate and about coincidence and about your life. Here are the questions. You also can see them on your handouts. Let's now look at them and see what forms do these questions contain. Right, the third conditional, so what does it mean? Yeah, you also need to use the third conditional in your speech when you answer these questions. This is the point. We are practicing, we are sharing our ideas, and at the same time, we try to be accurate with the forms. Any questions about the questions here? About some words, some phrases which are unfamiliar to you? Yes. Um, yeah, I also think that everything is familiar. Good. So, how to answer the question? You cannot just give a short answer. You need to provide some reasons, of course, as in any speaking task. Yes, we are discussing, we are exchanging opinions, and you will have 10 minutes to do so. So, be wordy, okay? I want you to interact with each other, okay? How to answer the questions? Let me answer one of the questions. What questions do you want me to answer? Mm-hmm. I don't like this question. It's a difficult one for me. Okay. Oh, a major challenge I have to overcome. Well, okay. Let me think a little bit. Mm. So, I had to find a flat to live, a new flat which I could rent with my husband together because we needed more space. We are introverts, we need more space for each of us. And it was quite challenging because at that period of life, there were not so many flats available and the prices were quite high. So if I hadn't overcome that challenge, I wouldn't have been able to live a very comfortable life. Is that a suitable example? Okay. You can find something more relevant, more impressive if you want. Take your time and provide answers. I'm going to monitor your speaking. I will listen to your ideas too, and then I will provide you feedback on your ideas on all the forms you're using. So we are going to work in groups of 4. You guys work together. There are 3 of you. Okay, you guys work together. Group of 3, group of 4. Well, let's get started.